Dear brothers and sisters, today we will talk about a very important topic. Why is our faith getting weak, and why we have all kinds of troubles in the spiritual life on our individual level and on the whole church level. Okay, we remember the words of Christ that when the Son of Man will come again, will he find faith on earth? That means that the true faith will be so few, it will be almost absent, so that it will be really difficult to find people who really live by faith. Everybody will be just immersed in the daily activities, eating, drinking, working, getting married, and that will be just everything there is. There will be very few people who live by faith. Not that, okay, belief in God. Belief in God is like belief in aliens. Okay, so what? It doesn't change your life. But to live by faith, this is what the Lord is seeking. This is what He is expecting. And this is what He is giving to us, but we are not taking it. And how do we know that this is really a problem? Well, if you are already believing in Christ, I think you've experienced initial drive and initial joy of finding the true faith. But later it became cooler and cooler. And maybe by now you don't really have that much excitement going to church or reading Bible, doing prayers, especially daily prayers all the time, every day. It became like something extra and maybe not that important. We don't have real drive for that. But rather, many things are grasping our attention. All kinds of things: social media, movies, shopping, whatnot, hobbies. We've got all kinds of different interests, and we are not okay. We are grasped by that completely. Okay, and why that became like that? Why is it that we are not that spiritual at all? Okay. And church-wise, we see that even priests, they leave the church, they leave their priesthood, and they have crisis. Even the people who pray much more, and people who read a lot of books and prayers, and even they have crisis in their faith. Okay. Why is it that very often we go to confession and every time we confess the same thing? Okay, we are still in the same sins as we used to be years ago. Okay, this is real commonplace. Why is all that happening? Why is our faith is so weak? Who would not care about tomorrow? Okay, Christ said, "You don't care about tomorrow. Just care about today, and tomorrow will take care of itself." Okay, who is living life like that? Completely counting and relying on God, and not on the bank account, job, and connections and other things. The people who live like that, myself, I haven't met. So this is what Christ is telling us, that who will be living by faith, walking on the waters? Maybe almost no one, including priests and monks. So why is this happening? And the reason to that spiritual problem is in the Divine Liturgy. Because it is the Divine Liturgy which is in the center of the life of the Church. It is the source of sanctification. We're wondering why in the early church so many martyrs, so many people, they had a real drive, and even catechumens not yet baptized, they were willing to sacrifice their life. But now we've got people going to church for 50 years and still stingy, selfish, have all kinds of grudges, depression, and after 50 years, not much change. Okay, why is that happening? And this is the question the priest and pastor is always asking himself and asking God, why is this happening? And the answer is in the Divine Liturgy. It all has to do with the Divine Liturgy and how we understand it, how we participate in it, and how does it sanctify and give us this rebirth or does not give us. And the big issue is that we consider ourselves as just me and God. I just come to liturgy, I just listen to some prayer, I pray myself, and I get some kind of sanctification, some peace, and I'm gone. Okay, and this is core misunderstanding of the Divine Liturgy, because the Divine Liturgy is the unis ecclesia from the Greek word, meaning that it is those who are called by God and come together, and together they realize this nature of church. But we don't feel this responsibility and this role that we have to play, and this is why we don't get the benefit that we're supposed to get, and we are not getting real connection to that portal, let's call it like that, that is opened to the kingdom of heaven in the Divine Liturgy, in the church, when the church on earth is united with the church in heaven and is receiving all the grace and blessing and life that Christ is giving, this new reality. This is what we are able to receive being connected to that portal. And there are some basic things that we need to understand about this portal, about this place. It's like a key, okay? To any portal, you need a key to receive all that. And one of these keys is for us to treat it as a union, as a gathering of people called by God. And without this understanding, we will not be part of it. So I summarized 5 basic principles, okay, that each of us, if we want to be real Christians and members, parts of this body of Christ, the Orthodox Holy Church, we need to follow. Let us try to make it reality in our life, beginning from today. Today is Saturday and tomorrow is Sunday. So if you see this video today, then you can make it happen beginning today. If not, on the closest Saturday, Sunday that there is coming. So the first rule, I've already spoken about it, is to come on time or before the beginning. If you come later, that means that you are not, you treat it as though it's not a gathering that matters. That it's just later you come and participate in some external event. Okay, something that is happening out there, I just come and listen and I go. Okay, no, it's conditional upon your arrival for this to happen, for this miracle to happen. So if you don't come, you're out, okay? If you don't come on time, this is when we gather, then when it's happening, okay? It's happening when we gather. So this is why it's so fundamental, so important for us to come on time. And the second rule is for us not to miss the evening service. Okay, if we miss the evening service, if we don't come, then we are not participating in the full service. Okay, what is full service? It's Vespers, Matins, and Liturgy. This is the full cycle. And the evening service, the Vespers and the Matins, they they are like the Old Testament, which is guiding us and bringing us into this mystery of Christ. And the Vespers is dedicated to the Old Testament, the Matins is to the coming of Christ, this miracle of Him arriving to the world to save it. And then the liturgy itself is the climax. This is the apex of the divine service is the event of Christ. It's Christ's life and preaching and ministry and resurrection and victory over death and His second glorious coming. So for us, just to jump into the New Testament, it doesn't work like that. Okay, we have to come into it through this preparation. So this is the full cycle of the divine service, includes the evening and the morning service. If you are unable to be in church in the evening, you can do it at home even. Okay, this is better than not doing it at all. Okay, so this is what's important. In the lay, it's called lay ministry, lay service. Okay, the third rule. Okay, the third rule is we have to set the goal to have divine Eucharist, to participate in the Holy Communion every Sunday. Okay, this has to be a norm for us. Okay, we have to. It's not just external rule. Okay, just do it. Okay, no, we need to have spiritual preparation. That every time this is of great importance for us. This is a great event in our life, and we're spiritually living, expecting it. We're craving for the Holy Communion. We make it very important, and we read the prayers that's necessary, and we do the preparation, and we receive the Holy Communion every Sunday. Okay, it's not that right now you have to begin doing that, okay, but this has to become our goal. Okay, we don't give up. Okay, say, well, for me once a month is fine. Okay, just once a month, and that's fine. No, we cannot take it like that. We cannot relax. If we have not reached that goal yet, we have to set it as a target. Okay, I'm going there. Okay, I won't give up until I will reach that target in my life, that I receive the Holy Communion on every Lord's Day, Sundays, the day of the Lord. And this is the healthy life and healthy liturgical life, sacramental life that I have. Okay, the fourth rule. Okay, the fourth rule is for us to study and understand every word of the divine service. Okay, we have to set it a goal. It's not that just just going there. It's just some prayers, chanting, and I'm just enjoying this chanting, and it doesn't matter what's the content. No. We have to understand, and our heart has to follow everything that's happening. Okay, now is small entrance. Okay, there's also big entrance. We need to understand the structure and the meaning of every word, and at least the literal meaning. The literal, what is it? Okay, every sentence. Later, step by step, we understand more and more. We read books, we ask questions, we listen to some lectures, we understand more and more. But the first goal is to have full understanding of the literal meaning of what is going on during the Divine Liturgy. Okay, this is also an important condition. And the last rule that we have to accept is we need to participate in the life of the parish. We cannot just come and stay there, okay, and I don't know anyone, I just pray, me and God, and it's finished, and I'm gone. Okay, no. We need to understand that this is my family, it's people of God. Okay, and I need to participate in their life. I need to participate in the life of the parish. Maybe I can help priest in some way. Maybe I can become altar boy or a chanter, or make food for people, or or clean the church or something. I can help both the church and the people in the church. Maybe they have some problems in their families that I can help. Maybe I just can say a few words to support someone. Okay, this has to become for us a norm, a goal. Okay, if it's not practiced in your parish, you begin from yourself. Okay, you just begin from yourself, and don't be afraid that somebody will harm you, somebody will trick you. Anything bad happens, okay, we are ready to suffer as Christians. That will make us stronger, and we just need to be walking on the waters. Okay, we are not afraid of dangers and things, and there is a word that who is spreading a lot of seeds, he will reap a big harvest. Okay, we have to be generous in our life and faith. We need to be generous and open and all forgiving and all giving. Okay, so let us remember these 5 simple rules, and this you will see if you begin practicing and putting this into your life and putting liturgy in the center of your life. You will see that Christ is growing in you, and you become more and more the new creature, and you bring the fruits of faith in your life, in your daily life. And it will be much more difficult to make you depressed, lonely, stressed, or anything will not be able to harm you, or to some wrong things, some mistake to keep your heart, your attention, and lead you in some wrong, misleading way. And let us put more effort into this, and ask the Lord to give us His blessing and His wisdom to dare to approach Him and to seek for more. The Apostle Paul said, aim or search, seek for greater gifts, and I will show you even a more perfect way. We need to always ask more talents, more gifts of faith from God, and He will show us an even better way, and He will give us better, bigger joy in living in Him, following Him, despite the craziness that's going on around us, and despite any temptation and weakening of faith that is going on. May Lord help us and bless us. Amen.